Dear children, now let us learn about the next phylum called as Echinodermata. So, which animals comes under Echinodermata? That means the spiny, skinned animals, they come under the phylum Echinodermata. So, an example of an echinodermate is the starfish. So, the grades of organization is organ system. With regard to the symmetry in echinodermata, there is a slight change. That means the adults are having the radial symmetry, whereas the larval stage is having bilateral symmetry. So within a single life cycle, two types of symmetry can be studied. And about its germ layers, they are triploblastic. They are triploblastic means they are having three germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. And they are having a true coelom, so they are called as coelomate. And habitat, they are exclusively marine. Not a single terrestrial form is seen in echinodermites. And the digestive system is complete, and the mouth is on the ventral side and the anus is on the dorsal side. So we can see the mouth on the ventral side and the anus on the dorsal side. About the respiratory system, it is done with the help of dermal branchiae and also with the help of tube feet. These are the tube feet like structures which you can see in this figure, and tube feet helps in respiration along with dermal branchiae. And the circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. And reproduction is dioecious, fertilization is external, development is indirect, and ciliated free swimming larvae is present. That means a larval stage is present and the larvae is ciliated and they are free swimming. Now let us learn about certain unique features which is present in echinoderms. They have an endoskeleton which is made up of calcareous ossicles. If ever you have touched a starfish, you would have surely felt this endoskeleton which is made up of calcareous ossicles. That is, they are spiny bodied. And the head is absent in the case of echinoderms. And an essential feature is that they have a water vascular system, and an excretory system is absent. So let us learn what is this water vascular system. The water vascular system, it is helping in circulation, and also it is helping in excretion, and also it is playing a very important role in locomotion and respiration. In the case of water vascular system, the seawater enters through a porous plate, and this is called as a medeoporite. This is the medeoporite through which the seawater enters. And then the seawater travels through the radiating canals. These are the radiating canals, and finally they reach the tube feet or the podia or the small structures which is helping also in respiration, also in locomotion. So this is the unique feature called as water vascular system, in which the water enters through a porous plate called as a medeoporite, which then goes forward through the radiating canals and reaches the tube feet. And this water vascular system is helping in locomotion, respiration, capture and transport of food, and also in excretion. And some of the examples are the starfish, which is called as Asterias, Echinus, Echinocardium, Antedon, Ophiura. All these are examples of the echinoderms. And now let us comprise what we have learned so far. The grades of organization is organ system. The symmetry is quite different over here. The adults are having radial symmetry, and the larval stage is having bilateral symmetry. And germ layers, they are triploblastic. The coelom, they have a true coelom present, and habitat, they are exclusively marine. And the digestive system, they are complete, where the mouth is present on the ventral side and the anus on the dorsal side. Respiratory system with the help of dermal branchiae and tube feet. And the circulatory system is highly reduced and open type. And reproduction, they are dioecious. External fertilization, development is indirect, in which the larvae is free swimming and is having cilia. And unique features are that the body is covered by a calcareous ossicles which forms the endoskeleton. Head is absent, and the body is covered with spines, and water vascular system is present, which helps in feeding, capturing of food, locomotion, respiration, and excretion. Examples are the starfish, echinus, etc. The next phylum we have to learn is phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata is considered as a sister group of phylum Echinodermata. And this Hemichordata, it was earlier considered as a subphylum under Chordata. And like chordates, it had pharyngeal gill slits. What are the pharyngeal gill slits? They are paired slits or openings which is present which is present in the pharynx region or the throat region, and it opens to the outside. So as in the case of other chordates, these hemichordates is also having pharyngeal gill slits, and that is why it was placed under subphylum of chordates. Later it was placed under a separate phylum called as Hemichordata. And its grades of organization is organ system level of organization. It is bilaterally symmetrical, and it's triploblastic, that means 3 layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm is present, and is having a true coelom. There is 2 openings, one for mouth and the other for anus, and it is exclusively marine, and digestive system is complete with mouth and the anus. And as I told you earlier, it is having gills, so paired pharyngeal gill slits are present, and thus the respiratory system is with the help of gills, and circulatory system is open type, in which the blood from the heart, it opens out into the body cavities, in which all the other organ systems are present. And reproduction is dioecious, that means they are separate male and female, and fertilization is external, and development is indirect. Unique features: the body, as we can see, it is worm-like, and the body shape is cylindrical, and it is divided into an anterior part which is called as a proboscis, and the middle part which is called as a collar, and and the long end part which is called as a trunk. The collar part, it bears a stomach coat, which is a rudimentary structure similar to the notochord. We remember notochord, which is dorsally present in chordates. So in the case of this hemichordates, the collar region bears a stomach coat. A stomach coat is a rudimentary structure similar to notochord. And excretion in the case of hemichordates is by means of the proboscis gland. And examples are balanoglossus and sacculoglossus, which are examples of phylum Chordata. And so they are worm-like, they have a cylindrical body, and initially they were placed under a subphylum under phylum Chordates, and now they are being taken out of the subphylum of Chordates and placed under a separate phylum called as Hemichordata. And about their characteristics at a glance: they have organ system level of organization, they are bilaterally symmetrical, they have a true coelom, they are triploblastic, they are exclusively marine, and they have a complete digestive system. The circulatory system is open, and the respiratory system is with the help of gills. And reproduction is dioecious, external fertilization and indirect development. And they have the body part which is divided into the proboscis, the collar region, and the long trunk region. And the proboscis gland helps in excretion. Balanoglossus and sacculoglossus are examples of hemichordates. So dear children, in this module we finished with phylum Echinodermates and phylum Hemichordates, and thus we have come to the end of the non-chordates. So in the next session we will be beginning with phylum Chordata. Thank you.